High above the skies, Olympus shimmers with golden light. The air carries whispers of ancient secrets, long kept hidden. Legends speak of gods who walked among mortals with unseen power. Among them stands Athena, goddess of wisdom and silent strategy. She's not only a warrior of thought, but also a keeper of mysteries. Her gaze is calm, sharp, and filled with endless quiet knowledge. The world below prays for guidance, yet Olympus guards its truths. Stories say that those who listen may hear her voice in dreams. It is a voice that carries calm strength and unwavering clarity. Tonight, we step into her realm, guided by echoes of her wisdom. The marble halls of Olympus glow with eternal firelight. Each flame seems alive, as if carrying a hidden message. In the silence, footsteps echo softly, like memory unfolding. The gods are watching, though unseen, and their presence lingers. Every corner holds a secret, waiting to be uncovered gently. Athena walks quietly, her robe flowing like silver mist. She carries an owl on her arm, its eyes bright with knowing. Together, they lead us toward a story yet untold. A story of Olympus, of wisdom, and of timeless discovery. Welcome to the beginning of Athena and the Secrets of Olympus. The sun sets over the horizon, and the world below Olympus grows quiet. Shadows stretch long across valleys, and silence fills the mountain air. In this stillness, the gods awaken with whispers that only the wind hears. Athena steps forward from her chamber, her eyes calm and full of light. Her owl circles above, wings spread wide against the fading golden sky. The great halls of Olympus stand tall, carved with stories of eternity. Each column tells of a victory, a secret, or a forgotten promise of old. Yet not every truth is carved in stone, for some remain hidden in silence. Athena knows this silence, and she carries it like a mantle of wisdom. Her steps are soft, but each carries the weight of ages long gone. She moves with purpose, though no one dares ask where she's going. The gods watch, unseen, their presence a quiet hum in the evening air. From Zeus's throne, lightning hums faintly, echoing like a heartbeat of sky. Poseidon's trident glows dimly, the ocean's call muted within the halls. But Athena listens not to thunder nor waves, only to thought itself. For wisdom lies not in noise, but in the quiet between two breaths. Tonight, she feels the pull of something ancient and waiting to be found. A secret older than Olympus, hidden beneath layers of myth and memory. She pauses by a great arch, its marble glowing under the moonlight's touch. Her owl lands on her shoulder, its golden eyes unblinking and steady. Athena, a voice whispers, faint as the rustle of leaves on a cold night. It is not a mortal voice, nor one of the gods. It belongs to the past. She closes her eyes, hearing echoes of ages carried by the mountain winds. Long ago, when the first fires of Olympus were lit, promises were made. Not all were kept, and not all were broken. Some were buried in silence. And it is this silence that now speaks, calling Athena into remembrance. She breathes deeply, and the air carries scents of olive and fresh stone. The scent reminds her of Athens, the city that carries her name with pride. Mortals pray for wisdom, yet they know not the secrets Olympus conceals. For the gods keep what they must, not out of malice, but out of necessity. Athena walks past halls where laughter of gods still lingers in the air. Every laugh is an echo, every echo a memory, every memory a hidden truth. She senses the weight of stories untold pressing against the marble wall. Her owl takes flight again, guiding her deeper into the glowing hall. Flames and golden lamps flicker, casting shadows that move like living ghosts. But these shadows hold no malice, only remembrance of what once was. Athena follows them, each step weaving her deeper into Olympus's heart. At last, she reaches a hidden chamber, silent and unmarked by any sign. Few know of this place, for it exists only in whispers of the oldest tales. She places her hand upon the marble door, feeling its cold pulse of power. Symbols glow faintly, patterns shifting like stars across a midnight sky. The owl hoots softly, as if urging her to continue without hesitation. Athena whispers a word older than language, and the stone moves aside. The chamber opens, revealing a space filled with quiet golden light. Inside, scrolls lie untouched, sealed with wax and marked with strange signs. Each scroll carries a story, a secret, a truth long hidden from all eyes. Athena steps inside, and the chamber greets her with a silence so deep. It is the silence of eternity, of truths waiting for the right moment. She knows that what she uncovers here will shape not only Olympus. It will also shape mortals, cities, and the endless weave of time itself. Her owl perches high above, watching as if bearing witness to destiny. Athena kneels by the first scroll, her hand hovering before the seal. She does not break it yet, for she knows that once opened, nothing is the same. Her voice is soft, yet steady, as she speaks into the chamber's silence. Secrets of Olympus, I have come to listen. Let wisdom guide me forward. And the silence answers her, not in words, but in a pulse of quiet light. It is the beginning of a journey, one that even the gods do not fully see. For hidden within these walls lies a story waiting to be told at last. A story of wisdom, mystery, and the endless secrets of Olympus. The Chamber of Secrets glows with a golden light that feels older than time. Athena stands still, her breath steady, her gaze fixed upon the sealed scrolls. Each scroll seems alive, humming softly as though it remembers forgotten words. The air is warm, yet charged with the weight of unseen memories and truths. Her owl shifts on its perch, wings rustling softly like whispers of wisdom. Athena raises her hand, but does not break the seal, not just yet. She knows that wisdom is not in haste, but in patience and reflection. The silence deepens, pressing around her like the embrace of eternity. In that stillness, the chamber itself begins to speak in subtle echoes. Symbols shimmer faintly on the marble walls, patterns shifting like starlight. They weave together, forming visions that dance before her eyes. The first vision shows a river flowing between two great mountains. Its waters are bright, carrying sparks of light like fragments of dawn. From the river rise voices, distant yet strong, speaking in harmony. They speak of balance, of unity, of truths woven into creation's thread. Athena watches quietly, her heart steady, her mind open to the vision. She understands the river is not water, but wisdom itself in motion. It flows through gods and mortals alike, unseen yet always present. But wisdom can be diverted, hidden, or even forgotten if left untended. The vision fades, leaving the chamber dim once more, silent and waiting. Athena lowers her hand, thoughtful, her mind tracing each symbol again. She feels the truth linger, not as command, but as gentle guidance. Her owl hoots softly, as though urging her to move forward without fear. Athena kneels before another scroll, its wax seal marked with a crescent. The crescent glows faintly, silver light pulsing like the rhythm of tides. She touches it lightly, and another vision spills forth into the chamber. This time she sees a great tree rising tall, roots deep, branches endless. Its leaves shimmer like emerald glass, each carrying a spark of memory. Mortals gather beneath its shade, seeking knowledge and asking questions. But the gods stand apart, watching, holding silence behind their bright eyes. Athena feels the ache of distance, the gap between divine and mortal. The tree trembles, as though yearning to bridge the divide with its roots. She knows it is not a tree of wood, but a tree of wisdom eternal. It grows with every question asked, every truth discovered, every thought shared. But it withers if hoarded, if truths are locked away in fear or pride. The vision dissolves, leaving Athena wrapped in silence once again. Her heart is heavy, yet steady, for she understands what is being revealed. Wisdom must flow, like a river, and grow, like a tree, to endure. The chamber falls quiet, yet the golden light pulses with new rhythm. Athena looks around and senses she is not alone within the chamber. Not a god nor a mortal, but the presence of wisdom itself surrounds her. It is not a voice, not a figure, but an essence, calm and vast. She closes her eyes, breathing deeply, surrendering to the presence within. Thoughts rise in her mind, not her own, but carried from the ancient. They speak not of power, nor of victory, but of trust and balance. They remind her that Olympus has guarded secrets for too long, that wisdom unshared is wisdom weakened, destined to fade into silence. Athena opens her eyes, her gaze clear, her purpose forming like flame. She understands her journey is not to keep these secrets hidden. It is to carry them forth, to guide both gods and mortals alike. Her owl spreads its wings, letting out a sharp cry into the chamber. The cry echoes, breaking the silence, as if sealing her resolve. Athena rises slowly, her robe brushing against the glowing marble floor. She does not take the scrolls yet, for they are not meant to be taken. They are meant to be understood, remembered, and carried in spirit. Her steps echo as she moves deeper into the chamber's golden heart. More scrolls wait, more visions slumber, more truths lie yet untold. But Athena walks forward with calm strength, unshaken by mystery. She knows that each secret revealed is not an end, but a beginning. And so, her journey continues, deeper into the endless secrets of Olympus. The Chamber of Secrets glows with a golden light that feels older than time. Athena stands still, her breath steady, her gaze fixed upon the sealed scrolls. Each scroll seems alive, humming softly as though it remembers forgotten words. The air is warm, yet charged with the weight of unseen memories and truths. Her owl shifts on its perch, wings rustling softly like whispers of wisdom. Athena raises her hand, but does not break the seal, not just yet. She knows that wisdom is not in haste, but in patience and reflection. The silence deepens, pressing around her like the embrace of eternity. In that stillness, the chamber itself begins to speak in subtle echoes. Symbols shimmer faintly on the marble walls, patterns shifting like starlight. They weave together, forming visions that dance before her eyes. The first vision shows a river flowing between two great mountains. Its waters are bright, carrying sparks of light like fragments of dawn. From the river rise voices, distant yet strong, speaking in harmony. They speak of balance, of unity, of truths woven into creation's thread. Athena watches quietly, her heart steady, her mind open to the vision. She understands the river is not water, but wisdom itself in motion. It flows through gods and mortals alike, unseen yet always present. But wisdom can be diverted, hidden, or even forgotten if left untended. The vision fades, leaving the chamber dim once more, silent and waiting. Athena lowers her hand, thoughtful, her mind tracing each symbol again. She feels the truth linger, not as command, but as gentle guidance. Her owl hoots softly, as though urging her to move forward without fear. Athena kneels before another scroll, its wax seal marked with a crescent. The crescent glows faintly, silver light pulsing like the rhythm of tides. She touches it lightly, and another vision spills forth into the chamber. This time she sees a great tree rising tall, roots deep, branches endless. Its leaves shimmer like emerald glass, each carrying a spark of memory. Mortals gather beneath its shade, seeking knowledge and asking questions. But the gods stand apart, watching, holding silence behind their bright eyes. Athena feels the ache of distance, the gap between divine and mortal. The tree trembles, as though yearning to bridge the divide with its roots. She knows it is not a tree of wood, but a tree of wisdom, eternal. It grows with every question asked, every truth discovered, every thought shared. But it withers if hoarded, if truths are locked away in fear or pride. The vision dissolves, leaving Athena wrapped in silence once again. Her heart is heavy, yet steady, for she understands what is being revealed. Wisdom must flow, like a river, and grow, like a tree to endure. The chamber falls quiet, yet the golden light pulses with new rhythm. Athena looks around and senses she is not alone within the chamber. Not a god nor a mortal, but the presence of wisdom itself surrounds her. It is not a voice, not a figure, but an essence, calm and vast. She closes her eyes, breathing deeply, surrendering to the presence within. Thoughts rise in her mind, not her own, but carried from the ancient. They speak not of power nor of victory, but of trust and balance. They remind her that Olympus has guarded secrets for too long, that wisdom unshared is wisdom weakened, destined to fade into silence. Athena opens her eyes, her gaze clear, her purpose forming like flame. She understands her journey is not to keep these secrets hidden. It is to carry them forth, to guide both gods and mortals alike. Her owl spreads its wings, letting out a sharp cry into the chamber. The cry echoes, breaking the silence, as if sealing her resolve. Athena rises slowly, her robe brushing against the glowing marble floor. She does not take the scrolls yet, for they are not meant to be taken. They are meant to be understood, remembered, and carried in spirit. Her steps echo as she moves deeper into the chamber's golden heart. More scrolls wait, more visions slumber, more truths lie yet untold. But Athena walks forward with calm strength, unshaken by mystery. She knows that each secret revealed is not an end, but a beginning. And so, her journey continues, deeper into the endless secrets of Olympus. The night deepens over Olympus, and the stars shine like silver flames in the sky. Athena walks along the marble corridors, her mind echoing with visions seen. The scrolls have whispered of rivers and trees, of wisdom flowing and growing. Now the silence of the chamber clings to her like a cloak of destiny. Her owl glides above, wings spread wide, guiding her toward another secret. She feels the halls themselves breathe, as if Olympus knows her purpose. Every torch flickers with life, casting shadows that seem to lean and listen. Athena's steps are steady, her gaze fixed ahead, unshaken by mystery. Soon she arrives at a great balcony overlooking the world of mortals below. The mountains stretch endlessly, and cities flicker with tiny sparks of fire. From here the gods see everything, yet mortals see nothing of Olympus. Athena leans forward, her eyes searching the land, her thoughts growing clear. The visions remind her that wisdom belongs not to one, but to all. If wisdom is locked away, the river dries and the tree withers in silence. She whispers softly to herself, "The secrets must flow beyond these walls." Her owl lands beside her, eyes bright, as if agreeing with her thought. For too long, Olympus has guarded its mysteries in golden silence. For too long, mortals have lived beneath the gaze of gods without knowing. Athena feels the weight of change pressing gently against her heart. The stars above seem to brighten, as if hearing her silent vow. Then from behind, a voice calls her name, firm yet calm, echoing true. It is Hermes, the swift messenger, walking lightly with a curious smile. "Athena," he says, "you wander deep tonight. What truth are you seeking?" His eyes sparkle with mischief, yet his tone carries an edge of concern. Athena studies him for a moment, her silence sharper than any question. Finally, she answers, "I seek what Olympus has forgotten in its keeping." Hermes tilts his head, his staff glowing faintly, as if stirred by her words. "Forgotten secrets often remain hidden for a reason," he warns gently. But Athena's gaze is steady, unshaken by caution or doubt. "Wisdom is not meant to be buried," she replies, her voice clear. "Wisdom is meant to guide, to heal, to unite gods and mortals alike." Hermes studies her, the playful spark in his eyes dimming for a moment. "You walk a path that may unsettle Olympus itself," he says softly. Athena lifts her chin, her resolve firm, her presence calm and radiant. Then Olympus must learn that wisdom cannot live in silence forever. The wind shifts, carrying their words into the night like a quiet song. Hermes sighs, half amused, half troubled. Yet he does not argue further. He simply smiles faintly, as though respecting her unshaken will. "Then may your steps be swift and your path guided by light," he says. With that, he fades into shadow, gone as quickly as he appeared. Athena watches the stars once more, her heart calm yet resolute. She knows the road ahead will not be easy, nor free of challenge. But wisdom is not found in ease. It is forged in choices and trial. Her owl spreads its wings, calling softly, urging her to move on. Athena turns away from the balcony, stepping back into Olympus's halls. She walks deeper, toward the hidden paths known only to the oldest gods. The marble floor glows faintly, carrying her footsteps like gentle thunder. Each step takes her closer to truths that have slumbered too long in silence. She feels the presence of the scrolls still, though they are far behind. Their visions echo in her mind, guiding her with quiet clarity. The river must flow, the tree must grow, wisdom must not be hoarded. These truths are seeds, and she carries them as carefully as flame. Ahead, the halls grow darker, as though guarding secrets with quiet shadows. Athena does not fear them, for wisdom shines brighter than any flame. Her path is set, her resolve unbroken, her purpose clear as starlight. She walks on, deeper into Olympus, ready to uncover what lies hidden. And the night listens, holding its breath, as the journey unfolds further. The corridors of Olympus grow darker as Athena moves deeper into the hidden halls. The marble walls shimmer faintly, as though alive with the memory of the gods. Her owl glides ahead, its wings casting fleeting shadows along the golden floor. The silence here is heavier, thicker, carrying secrets untouched for centuries. Athena feels it press against her, but she walks with steady determination. The scrolls had spoken of rivers and trees, of wisdom flowing and growing. Now, the path whispers of another truth, one hidden beneath Olympus's pride. She turns a corner, finding herself before a great door carved with symbols. Unlike the others, this one glows softly, as if breathing with quiet power. The owl lands upon the frame, its golden eyes gleaming with anticipation. Athena places her hand on the door, feeling warmth pulse beneath the stone. The symbols shift slowly, forming a pattern like a rising sun above the sea. A voice, neither male nor female, speaks faintly from beyond the door. Wisdom is light, and light must shine, or shadows will consume all. Athena listens, her heart steady, her mind sharpened by the words. She whispers in return, "Then let the light guide me, not only Olympus." The door opens with no sound, revealing a chamber bathed in silver glow. Within, a pool of crystal water lies at the center, perfectly still. The ceiling above reflects constellations, stars swirling in living motion. It is as if the sky itself rests within this hidden sacred place. Athena steps forward, her reflection shining clear in the tranquil water. Her owl circles once, then lands silently, keeping its gaze upon the pool. She kneels at the water's edge, the stars flickering across her reflection. The pool begins to shimmer, sending ripples across its glassy surface. From the ripples rise visions, brighter and clearer than those of the scrolls. She sees cities of mortals, their streets alive with firelight and voices. Some build temples, their hands raised in prayer to the gods above. Others labor in fields, weary but strong, guided only by hope within. Athena watches closely, her heart moved by the mortal spirit of endurance. She sees their questions, unspoken, carried like smoke into the sky. Questions of life, of justice, of the meaning behind every trial endured. The gods hear these prayers, but most remain silent, hidden behind Olympus. Athena feels the ache of distance, the chasm between divine and mortal hearts. The water shifts again, showing mortals who seek knowledge with fire in their eyes. They study stars, shape words, carve stories into stone for generations to come. Their thirst for wisdom mirrors her own, endless and unyielding in its pursuit. Athena smiles faintly, her eyes soft, for she recognizes their reflection. The vision changes once more, showing darkness creeping into mortal lands. Not a monster nor war, but ignorance, spreading like a silent fog. When wisdom is absent, shadows grow, and fear rules over hearts unguarded. Athena feels the weight of this truth pressing deeply into her spirit. If Olympus withholds too long, the river dries, the tree withers, and light fades. The pool grows still again, the stars above returning to quiet motion. Athena sits back, her gaze calm, her thoughts flowing like endless rivers. She understands now that mortals are not merely subjects of divine will. They are partners in wisdom, seekers of truth, worthy of guidance and light. Her owl hoots softly, breaking the silence with a gentle call of affirmation. Athena rises slowly, her robe brushing softly against the marble floor. She whispers, "The secrets cannot remain here. They belong to the world." Her voice echoes softly through the chamber, as though carried by the stars. She turns away from the pool, her resolve brighter than ever before. The path ahead is uncertain, yet her purpose is a flame that cannot die. Every vision, every whisper, every hidden truth has led her to this vow. Athena will not keep Olympus silent. She will bring wisdom to all. With her owl guiding her, she leaves the chamber of stars behind. The halls close in silence, as though sealing her promise within the stone. And Athena walks onward, her steps calm, her heart unshaken by the unknown. The night outside waits. The world below turns, and destiny begins to stir. Athena walks out of the chamber, the glow of the stars still resting in her mind. The marble halls seem quieter now, as if listening to the vow she has made. Her owl perches on her shoulder, feathers brushing softly against her cheek. It hoots once, low and steady, as if reminding her that the journey has begun. Athena's steps are calm, yet her thoughts race with the weight of revelation. She knows now that silence will no longer protect Olympus or the mortal world. Knowledge must flow, not remain hidden behind golden walls and silent thrones. As she walks, torches flicker along the corridor, casting long, shifting shadows. The flames bend as though moved by unseen wind, though no breeze is present. She senses another presence, a quiet watcher moving through the unseen air. Pausing, she turns her head, her eyes narrowing but her expression remaining calm. The silence deepens, and then a voice comes, soft and echoing in the hall. Athena, wisdom bearer, seeker of hidden light, what path do you now choose? The words seem to come from everywhere and nowhere, slipping between shadows. Her owl stirs, wings twitching, but Athena raises her hand to still its motion. She answers gently, I choose the path that serves not only Olympus, but all. The silence holds her words, as though weighing the truth within her voice. Then the air stirs, and from the shadows steps a figure of flowing silver. Neither god nor mortal, the being shines faintly, like moonlight in human form. Its eyes gleam like still water, calm yet carrying unspoken questions. Athena regards it carefully, her face serene but her mind sharp with thought. The figure tilts its head, studying her with silence before speaking once more. The wisdom you carry is not meant for all ears. Some truths can wound, Athena replies with steady tone, and silence can wound more deeply still. The silver figure seems to waver, as if its form flickers in unseen breeze. It speaks again, voice now softer. Mortals crave knowledge, but not all are ready. Athena steps closer, her eyes meeting its shifting silver gaze without fear. They grow by reaching, not by waiting. To deny them is to deny their spirit. For a moment, the figure remains still, then bows its head in acknowledgement. Then your path is chosen, it whispers, fading slowly into the shadows again. The hall grows still, the torches steady, as if nothing had ever stirred them. Athena breathes deeply, though her face shows no trace of doubt or hesitation. Her vow has been tested already, and she has answered with unwavering clarity. She resumes her walk, each step steady, carrying the weight of destiny with grace. Soon she comes to an archway carved with vines and branches of marble. Beyond lies a vast garden, hidden deep within Olympus, untouched by time. Flowers bloom in colors unknown to mortals, glowing faintly in the dusk air. Fountains trickle with crystal water, their streams singing with quiet harmony. Athena steps inside, the fragrance of blossoms rising gently around her. The owl soars upward, circling among marble trees that shine like silver. Here, wisdom is rooted not in scrolls nor visions, but in living breath of nature. Athena kneels by a pool, its water reflecting not stars, but endless skies. She touches the surface, and ripples form, spreading wider and wider outward. Voices rise within them, whispers of gods, of mortals, of truths unspoken. Each whisper is faint, like threads, weaving into patterns of unseen meaning. She listens, eyes closed, letting the sounds fold into her heart and mind. She hears mortals' laughter, their questions, their hopes carried on the wind. She hears the gods' silence, vast and heavy, holding back what could be shared. Between the two lies a gap, wide as a chasm, yet bridgeable with care. Athena rises, water still dripping from her fingertips, shimmering in the light. Her gaze sweeps across the garden, her heart steady with quiet decision. This place is a sanctuary of Olympus, but its secrets are not meant to remain here. Her vow grows stronger within her. Wisdom must flow as rivers, not remain dammed. She whispers to the garden, "What is hidden will be shared. What is silent will speak." The flowers sway gently, as though bending in quiet agreement to her words. Athena turns back toward the archway, her path leading her deeper into Olympus. The night beyond still waits. Mortals still question, and her vow still burns bright. And as the owl glides back to her side, the goddess walks forward with purpose. Athena moves beyond the hidden garden, her steps echoing softly through the marble archway. The air grows cooler, carrying the faint scent of rain, though no clouds hang above. Her owl circles once, wings brushing the still air, before returning to her shoulder. Ahead lies a narrow passage carved not of marble, but of stone untouched by hand. It winds downward, as though leading beneath Olympus into Earth's secret heart. Athena enters without pause, her robe trailing lightly against the ancient floor. The silence here is thicker, a deep hush that carries the weight of ages. Each step seems to awaken echoes, faint murmurs of voices long forgotten. The walls glisten faintly, veins of crystal catching the faint glow of torchlight. As she moves deeper, the path widens into a vast cavern lit by soft fire. At the center rises a tree of stone, its branches carved with shimmering runes. It does not grow, yet it seems alive, pulsing gently with quiet light. Her owl glides upward, perching on one of its luminous branches with grace. Athena gazes at the tree, recognizing it from whispers within ancient scrolls. This was the root of memory, keeper of all that gods once chose to forget. She approaches, each step careful, as though she walks upon sacred ground. The runes shift slightly, glowing brighter as though sensing her presence. A low hum fills the cavern, like countless voices speaking in unison. Athena reaches out her hand, resting it gently upon the stone trunk. Visions surge forth, flowing into her like rivers breaking through a dam. She sees the birth of Olympus, the gods rising from chaos into harmony. She sees mortals looking upward, their eyes filled with awe and fear alike. She sees promises made, oaths whispered, and truths sealed beneath golden thrones. The root shows her secrets not of the future, but of what was hidden before. Athena steadies herself, her mind absorbing the weight of memory's flood. She sees gods shaping rivers, mountains, and stars, their hands alive with power. Yet she also sees their hesitation, their fear of mortals knowing too much. Moments of choice appear, times when truth could have been shared, but was not. Each silence left mortals wandering in shadow, grasping at faint light alone. Athena feels the ache of it, the distance growing wider with every silence. Her owl calls softly, grounding her as the visions swirl like storm winds. Then the tree shows her something different, glimpses of what could yet unfold. She sees mortals rising higher, their wisdom building bridges to the divine. But she also sees paths of despair, where ignorance blinds and darkness spreads. The root does not command. It only reveals, leaving the choice to those who see. Athena withdraws her hand slowly, the visions fading into still light. Her breath is calm, though her heart beats steady with the weight of revelation. She whispers, "To withhold is to wound. To share is to heal." The runes glow brighter for a moment, as though affirming her conviction. The cavern falls silent again, the hum fading into stillness all around. Athena bows her head once, honoring the root as guardian of hidden truth. She turns to leave, her vow strengthened, her path clearer than before. As she steps away, faint words drift through the cavern like a final blessing. Wisdom is seed. Once planted, it will grow beyond even Olympus. Athena pauses, her eyes lifting to the glowing branches one last time. Then she walks onward, her robe trailing like mist into the narrow passage. The air grows warmer again, the scent of marble halls returning to her senses. Her owl lands gently upon her arm, its eyes reflecting the cavern's last glow. Together, they ascend, leaving the route behind, but carrying its truth forward. The halls of Olympus await her return, unaware of the vow burning within her. Yet the world below stirs, mortals dreaming, questioning, reaching for unseen light. And Athena knows her journey is only beginning, the greatest test yet to come. Athena emerges from the narrow passage, stepping once more into the radiant halls of Olympus. The marble gleams softly beneath her feet, yet the air feels heavier with unspoken weight. Her owl glides to a high arch, watching her with eyes that gleam like molten gold. She carries with her the truth of memory, still echoing in her mind like thunder. Olympus above is serene, but Athena feels its silence as a veil hiding ancient storms. She walks slowly, her gaze steady, each step deliberate as though time itself listens. The gods will not easily welcome the path she now chooses to walk upon. Yet her resolve does not waver, for the vision of mortals reaching for light remains. Soon, she enters a great hall lined with statues of gods carved in shining marble. Their eyes seem alive, following her as she passes beneath their eternal gaze. The silence in this hall is not empty, but heavy with unseen judgment and memory. Her owl flutters down, perching upon the arm of a statue of her father, Zeus. Athena pauses, lifting her eyes to the marble figure towering above her. The carving shows Zeus with lightning in his hand, his gaze stern and commanding. She whispers softly, "Father, your thunder commands fear, but wisdom must guide trust." The words linger in the vast chamber, carried gently across the marble walls. For a moment it feels as though the statue itself listens and holds her words. Athena turns away, moving deeper until she finds herself before another doorway. This arch glows with faint golden light, pulsing softly like a heartbeat. She places her hand upon the frame, and the door opens without a sound. Inside lies the Hall of Echoes, a chamber where voices of gods are kept alive. The air hums faintly, filled with whispers of old oaths, promises, and decrees. Athena steps forward, the floor reflecting her image as though she walks on water. The voices swell, overlapping, telling stories of Olympus's past and hidden choices. She hears words of power, of fear, of decisions shaped by silence and pride. Each whisper carries fragments of truth, pieces of a puzzle woven through eternity. Athena closes her eyes, listening carefully, letting the echoes shape meaning. She hears Hera's voice, firm and proud, guarding Olympus with unwavering strength. She hears Poseidon's laughter, deep and restless, echoing with the sea's eternal roar. She hears Apollo's song, bright yet tinged with sorrow, for truths left unsung. Then comes her own voice, faint yet clear, carried by the echoes like a mirror. Wisdom is not a weapon to keep, but a gift to share. The words startle her, though she knows they belong to her own heart. The hall seems to answer, voices quieting until silence rests once more. Athena opens her eyes, her reflection still steady upon the mirrored floor. The owl calls softly, its golden eyes never leaving her, steady as the stars. Athena whispers, "The echoes do not bind me. They remind me of the path I choose." Her vow grows firmer, brighter, like a flame that cannot be drowned by silence. She walks to the center of the hall, where a stone pedestal rises from the floor, Upon it lies a golden tablet etched with words of the gods themselves. She leans closer, reading lines that shimmer faintly with eternal light. It speaks of balance, of the divide between gods and mortals, of fear and control. Athena lifts her hand, tracing the letters, feeling their weight in her spirit. She whispers, "This balance is not chains. It is a bridge yet to be built." The golden letters glow once, then fade back into stillness upon the tablet. The whole of echoes returns to silence, the voices dim as though at rest. Athena steps back, her robe brushing softly against the polished floor. The vow she made to the stars and the root now echoes here, unshaken. She leaves the chamber, her footsteps calm, her gaze filled with steady fire. The owl follows, wings sweeping softly, carrying the quiet strength of her vow. Beyond the doorway, Olympus stretches wide, bathed in soft, eternal glow. But Athena knows the silence of these halls will not last much longer. The truth she carries will stir, ripple, and reach even the highest thrones. And as she walks onward, she feels the weight of destiny sharpening around her. The world below turns, mortals dream, and Olympus waits, bound by silence still. Athena whispers to herself, "Wisdom is light, and light cannot remain hidden." Athena walks along the upper terraces of Olympus, where clouds drift like silver rivers beneath her feet. The air is calm, yet her mind stirs with visions of balance, fragile and easily broken. From this height, she sees the mortal world below, glowing faintly in dawn's first light. Villages stir awake, fires spark, and voices rise in songs older than Olympus itself. Athena's gaze softens, for it is not temples or crowns she sees, but quiet lives. Children run across fields, farmers lift tools, and mothers whisper prayers to the sky. The owl circles once, its wings gleaming as if carrying the sun's first rays. Athena whispers, "It is for them that wisdom must breathe free, not trapped in halls." Yet, even as she speaks, a shadow moves across the clouds, and dimness falls. From the western horizon rises a vast storm, its edges glowing with violet fire. The storm does not touch the mortal world below, but climbs toward Olympus itself. Athena steadies her breath, knowing this is no natural tempest, but a sign. The gods speak in silence, but the world echoes back with storms of its own. As the winds gather, a figure steps forth from the veiled heart of the clouds. It is Hermes, the swift messenger, his cloak swirling with golden threads of light. He lands lightly, his staff in hand, eyes glimmering with questions left unspoken. "Daughter of Zeus," he says, voice bright yet edged with warning, "you stir the halls." Athena meets his gaze, calm, yet her heart feels the weight of his words. "The halls stir themselves," she replies, "for silence cannot hold truth forever." Hermes tilts his head, a faint smile tugging at his lips, though his eyes remain sharp. "You speak of bridges," he says, "yet Olympus fears bridges more than walls." Athena steps closer, her voice steady, "And walls will one day crumble into dust." The owl hoots softly, as if marking the rhythm of their unspoken challenge. Hermes lowers his staff, tracing a circle in the mist beneath their feet. Symbols shimmer briefly, ancient signs of oaths sworn by gods long ago. "Take care," Hermes warns. "Words spoken too loudly may reach ears you do not wish." Athena lifts her chin, answering without hesitation, "Let them hear, for wisdom hides from none." For a moment, silence stretches between them, filled with wind and distant thunder. Then Hermes laughs softly, though the sound carries a note of sorrow within. "You are bold as ever, Athena, but boldness bears both bridges and burdens. He looks toward the storm still circling Olympus, its violet fire restless and alive. The storm will not fade until balance is named aloud, Hermes says quietly. Athena listens, her eyes reflecting the storm's glow, her heart steady and unyielding. She answers, "Then, let it rage, until truth itself speaks through thunder and light." Hermes regards her for a moment, then nods as though hearing a vow unspoken. Without another word, he spreads his wings and leaps into the storm above. His form dissolves into light, vanishing into the clouds like a spark into night. The winds soften, yet the storm remains, waiting, circling Olympus in patient silence. Athena watches it, knowing it is not a threat, but a herald of change. She turns back to the terraces, her gaze once more falling to the mortal realm. The villages below shine brighter now as dawn spills gold upon the fields. Her voice is soft, carried on the wind. May the storm remind us, not break us. The owl returns to her shoulder, feathers brushing her cheek with quiet warmth. Athena walks onward, her steps leading her toward the highest peak of Olympus. For she knows that what awaits there is not the storm, but the council of gods. And before them, her vow must be spoken, not as daughter of Zeus, but as wisdom itself. Athena climbs toward the summit of Olympus, her steps echoing in the quiet that crowns the mountain. The path narrows, winding between columns of white stone carved with stories of old victories. She touches one briefly, tracing a scene where gods stood triumphant over chaos long past. The marble is cold, yet beneath her hand lingers the memory of choices and their weight. Her owl flies ahead, circling the peak where the council of gods is soon to gather. The wind is sharp here, carrying with it the voices of storms and the whispers of stars. Athena pauses, gazing upward, where a circle of thrones gleams beneath the open sky. This is the highest seat of judgment, where gods meet not as rulers, but as peers. Her heart is steady, yet she feels the tension woven deep into Olympus's silence. For the council is no place of ease, but of oaths, challenges, and truths revealed. As she enters the circle, the marble floor beneath her glows faintly like a mirror. One by one, thrones begin to shine, and figures appear as light takes form. Hera emerges first, her presence regal, her eyes sharp as polished bronze. Poseidon follows, his cloak shimmering with salt and foam, laughter hidden in his gaze. Apollo rises in golden light, his lyre resting by his side, though silent now. Artemis steps forth from silver radiance, bow in hand, her eyes clear as moonlit water. Hephaestus emerges last, sparks flickering at his feet, his hands strong yet gentle. At the center throne, Zeus has not yet appeared, but his seat hums with quiet thunder. Athena walks to the center, her robe flowing softly, her gaze steady as stone. The owl lands upon a column, watching, silent but bright, with unyielding flame. Hera speaks first, her voice carrying weight. Daughter of wisdom, you summon us. Athena bows her head, not in submission, but in respect, her voice calm and clear. I summon none. It is silence that calls us, and truth that waits to be spoken. Poseidon chuckles, the sound rolling like distant surf. Truth is a tide. It pulls both ways. Artemis narrows her eyes, her tone quiet, and some truths cut deeper than arrows. Apollo leans forward, his voice soft but sure, yet even arrows follow the path of light. Hephaestus says nothing, but his hammer glows faintly as though waiting to be struck. The air grows tense, the circle heavy with the weight of unasked questions. Athena raises her hand, her voice calm, yet strong enough to cut through silence. Mortals rise. They question. They seek. They dream not of thrones, but of light itself. Her words ripple outward, echoing softly against the marble and into the still air. Shall Olympus guard silence while mortals awaken to wisdom's call? She asks. Hera's gaze sharpens. You would have gods yield to those bound by time and death? Athena answers gently. I would have gods guide without chains, for wisdom grows when shared. Poseidon's laughter fades, replaced by a thoughtful frown. Chains break, but so do bridges. Athena looks at him steadily. Then let us build stronger, not higher. So they endure. Apollo's hand rests upon his lyre, though no sound escapes its golden strings. His voice is quiet. Wisdom sung freely is more lasting than law spoken in fear. For a moment, silence holds them, broken only by the whisper of mountain winds. Then thunder rolls low, deep, a pulse that shakes the marble floor beneath their feet. The central throne glows, lightning flickering along its edges like veins of living fire. Zeus appears, vast and commanding, his gaze heavy as the storm, his presence absolute. The circle straightens, each god watching as he lifts his hand for silence. Athena does not bow, though her eyes meet his with respect and steady resolve. Daughter, Zeus says, his voice resonant, your words climb high, but storms wait above. Athena answers, her voice unwavering. Let storms come. Wisdom must stand, not hide. The thunder stills, though lightning lingers, crackling faintly around Zeus's throne. The council holds its breath, for the storm outside and the storm within are one. And at the center Athena stands firm, her vow unshaken, her path lit by truth. Athena stood at the heart of Olympus, where marble met sky and thunder gave way to silence. The gods encircled her, their eyes heavy with the weight of centuries and choices unspoken. Her owl perched high, feathers silver in the light, watching as wisdom dared to speak aloud. Athena's voice was calm, yet it carried with it the stillness of rivers and the strength of stone. Mortals rise not to claim our thrones, but to find their path, their fire, their place in light. Hera frowned, her crown gleaming like the dawn, but within her silence lay a seed of thought. Poseidon shifted, sea foam fading in his cloak, tides of memory restless within his eyes. Apollo plucked a single note upon his lyre, and it lingered, soft, like light caught in glass. Artemis lowered her bow, the string relaxing, as if even the moon must pause to listen. Hephaestus's hammer glowed faintly, warmth spilling from it like a forge awaiting new creation. Zeus remained still, his throne humming, clouds circling his form. Yet his gaze lingered on Athena. The mountain trembled, not from storm, but from the truth that echoed beyond marble and sky. Athena lifted her hand, her palm open, her words weaving like threads across the circle. Wisdom is no chain. It is a gift, and gifts once shared grow brighter, never less. The owl cried once, a sharp note piercing the silence, carrying her vow beyond the council. The gods did not answer at once, for even eternity pauses when faced with change unseen. But slowly, Hera's eyes softened, her voice low. Perhaps guidance need not bind, only steady. Poseidon's laugh rumbled like distant waves. Bridges may hold if built upon rock, not pride. Apollo smiled, golden and quiet. Then let us play the song together, and let it last. Artemis touched the marble floor, her voice clear. The hunt teaches balance, so must wisdom. Hephaestus nodded, sparks dimming. Creation endures only when shared, else it withers in flame. Zeus leaned forward, thunder fading from his voice, his words slow as mountains shifting. Storms test the strong, but wisdom guides the storm. Let it be so for now. The circle eased, light shifting, thrones glowing softer, as though Olympus itself breathed anew. Athena bowed her head slightly, not in defeat, but in honor. For truth had found its place. The owl spread its wings, lifting into the sky, carrying the council's vow across the wind. Mortals below did not hear thunder that night, only stars burning clearer, closer, brighter above. Villagers lifted their eyes, sailors paused on seas, poets raised pens, all touched by unseen flame. Athena descended from Olympus, her steps measured, her robe trailing light upon the stone path. She carried no crown, no weapon, only the certainty that wisdom must walk, not rule. The owl flew before her, guiding her path, its cry fading into the dawn's first light. And so the mountain stood, eternal, but not unchanged, for truth had taken root in its heart. Athena looked down upon the mortal world, where dreams stirred and fires burned within every soul. She whispered softly, words carried by the wind. The greatest strength is to learn, to grow. The trees swayed, the rivers shimmered, the stars lingered, as if the world itself answered. And in that answer, Olympus was not distant, nor mortals small, but all bound by light. The tale closes here, not with finality, but with a beginning written in the hearts of many. For wisdom never ends. It only finds new voices, new paths, new dawns to awaken. And so Athena walked onward, into time, into story, into the endless search for truth.